Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. I'm not going to talk too much this video, but I just want to tell you every now and then what I'm doing so you can follow along if you want to. So basically this is the iPad Pro I'm drawing on, and it makes it a lot easier to draw on. So I'm going to be doing all my drawings on this. So what I've done here is just added a drawing guide from the menu, and I've made it a symmetrical drawing guide, so whenever I do a line, it's exactly the same on the other side. If you don't have this, it's fine, but having this tool does make it a lot easier, especially if you're using the iPad Pro. I definitely recommend using it for things like this. It just saves you doing everything twice, and everything will be symmetrical and just look better at the end, because all the lines are going to match up perfectly. So when I start off drawing the rows, I select the pencil option and I'll just do a rough outline of the rows first. As you can see, it consists of a circle in the middle, and you can do different petals, however many that you want, but doing 4 is probably the easiest, and it still has a really good finish and a good end result. So after the 4 petals, you can add these bits, don't know what they're called, I guess side petals, and it's just very simple, a straight line, and make sure that little cross at the bottom is there as well. That's going to be another part of the petal. These circles that I'm doing here, them 4, or semicircle shall I say, that's just like the interior of the rose. If you've seen other neo-traditional or old school style roses, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. And you can see here I'm just adding the petal as well. After you do this and you're happy with it, you can add some leaves if you want to, which I'm adding here, nothing special, just normal leaves. And then after you are completely happy with the sketch that you've done, you can change the opacity down and make it lower, so then you can get an ink pen option. I use the technical ink pen brush, and I'll just go over the outline of what I've already done, making sure that all the lines are very crisp. So I was just testing it there to make sure the thickness is correct. You want to make sure that the edge is quite thick. If it's too thin, it isn't going to stand out and it won't look as good, in my opinion. So I like a brush that's quite thick. And you can see there, I tried to perfect that line to make sure it was nice and smooth. And the same with this, as I'm sure you know, on the iPad Pro, if you hold down the pen after a straight line, it will make it go straight. The same with curves or squares, triangles. So yeah, that's the X I was talking about earlier. That's just to add another layer of petals. I'm going to go ahead and go around the whole outline, and I'll talk to you once it's done. Okay, I am back. So now we're getting on to the colouring stage. So what you want to do is kind of give your picture layers. So I'm still on the symmetrical tool for the drawing guide. That is going to just make you be able to do both sides of the drawing at the same time, the colouring in. That will just save time. And what you want to do is start off with the lightest colour. So obviously the highlight is going to be the lightest colour, which is the white. So if you put that down first on a separate layer and then go down shades, so my next lightest shade will be that red that you see, and then it will be a dark red and a black. If you're going to be doing old school or neo-traditional style stuff, then you always want to have a pitch black part in the picture, or also have a white part as well. That way it stands out a lot more. And you can see there I've added the black. So what I've been able to do is basically just layer all of the colours on top of each other without having to really worry about colouring in every single part. That's saved loads of time, and all the mess that you can see from outside the lines here, you can just get the eraser tool and just erase it, and then it will leave this perfectly coloured petal with all different shades, and they're going into each colour very nicely. It's not blotchy or anything. So I used the soft airbrush tool for them, and if you put it on a high setting, then the edge of the brush, it will be very light and it will blend in nice to each colour. So yeah, I'm just going to do this for all the 4 petals, the big ones, and then after that I'll be back and I'll talk to you through the rest. Hello guys, I am back. So now I'm moving on to this side petal that I said, and I'm just going to leave this a base color, just one color, that's it. And I always go for, it's like in between yellow and orange. I find that's the best color for red roses. So I'm just going to do that for these ones, and also the green leaves on the side, I'm just going to leave them one color as well. And that's just because I want the petals to stand out more. If you add loads of contrast here and there to everything in your picture, then it's just not going to look as good. You kind of just want to highlight one main focus, and that's it. You don't want too much going on. So what I've done here is I've created another layer. So the 4 color petals on the back, the coloring in is on one layer. Then I added another layer for the yellow side petals, and now this will be the 3rd layer for the inner flower. If you really wanted to, you could do a layer for each petal to make it 100% perfect, but I'm not going to do that because I can get a pretty good result without doing that. So just 3 layers I've got at the moment. And the same as last time, I'm starting off with the lightest color, which is the highlights, the white. Then I'm going to move on to the red, the normal color red, then dark red, and then pitch black. And that will create a really nice contrast. I'm going to get that done, and I'll continue talking once I get that finished. And I am back, and that is completely done, and it looks really good. I don't know if you noticed, with the white highlights, I have kind of done it in a way so it resembles the shape of the flower. So you can see in the middle there is a circular shape, and I've done the highlight so it goes with the circle. That's to make it more like realistic as well, and if you was to just do it on the side, it wouldn't look as good, because that's not how it would be in real life. And the same as the petals, the main four ones, I've done them slightly angled to resemble that bend in the petal. As I said earlier, I'm just going to leave these green. I don't see no need in doing anything fancy with them. So this part is going to be added in the highlights. You don't have to do this, but I think it makes it stand out a lot more. And all I'm doing is getting the hard airbrush tool, making it white, and I'm just following the inner black line on them petals, and that's creating a nice highlight on the outside for me. And I'm just going to go around and just do that with all of them. And here I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm not going to go all the way. As I said, that resembles the curve of the rose better. If I was to go all the way around, it just wouldn't look as good. Unless you're going for like an old school style, then you can do that. But this is kind of like my own style. I think everyone should have their own unique style. Don't just stick to old school. Just make it fun. Like, do whatever you want. So what I like to do with my roses afterwards is just add some patterns to it. I mean, it doesn't have to be nothing complicated, just a few lines on the petals or like little circles. So here I'm just gonna do a line going with the petal, and you'll see what I mean, how good it turns out. I've just put the symmetry on because it saves time. I can do it on both sides. Don't worry if you mess up loads of times, just keep doing it until you get the perfect line. That's the good thing about the iPad Pro, you can just double tap and it undoes it. You can do it as many times as you want. So I finally got a good flow there and I managed to get a few good lines. I'm just going to do the same on the bottom as well. And I've got the flow of it now, so it's fine. And even that, you can see it just looks so much better. Bear in mind that you don't have to copy what I'm doing. You know, you can do your own entirely own pattern, whatever suits you. This is just random, made up on the spot. It's not what I normally do. Every rose is different. And I'll show you at the end of the video just a few other ones that I've done. Also guys, if you like this video, like it and let me know if you want me to make more. I really like doing this, so if you want to see more different styles or realistic stuff or more neo-traditional stuff or old school stuff, lighthouses or boats or anything, or if you just want me to upload general drawings and talk about them, I'm more than happy to do that. So let me know in the comments down below. This is a new channel, so hoping that it gets quite good and popular. That'll be a dream. Oh yeah, just one more tip for you guys. So the leaves here, if you just do like a black outline almost, you kind of want to make it look like it's in the background, not connected to the rose itself. So I just added 2 black shadows there, and it just makes them look like where they're supposed to be. But yeah, I just took away the pencil marks and everything, and this is the final product. I hope you guys liked it. Like, subscribe and comment, and thank you for watching.